Okay, hi. Day 9, car quantum leap. I'm just leaving a staff meeting at work. I feel incredibly frustrated at the lack of, no, I don't even know. There's just so much more of an emotional component than we ever want there to be. We want it to be logistical because logistical is easy. But technically, the way to get everything you want is to do the emotional thing first and then support it with the logistical. Is the emotional part easy? No. If everybody was, if it was easy, everybody would doing it. Because it came up yesterday that it's like, oh my God, there's this lady walking the cutest little dogs in a little sweater. If it's not difficult, then you're not really doing it right. When you are someone who is ambitious, when you are a healer, when you are in leadership, there's always going to be a part of you that craves difficulty. It's a good stress. It's a challenge. It's what expands you. It what causes you to grow. It helps lead the pack, right? There's a part of you that wants that. Is that a part of everybody? Absolutely not. But there's a part of you that wants that. So difficulty is inevitable. It's how we grow. It's how we expand. I think logistically, we know that. But it's the emotional component that like does the trick. Like I had my doctor's appointment and I have cured myself of high cholesterol. And the doctor is like, well, what did you change? You must have changed something. I'm like, I started having a smoothie for breakfast. I don't really drink coffee anymore. But I didn't do anything logistical. What I did was emotional and energetic. I followed all my own advice. I did Reiki and I followed what high cholesterol means, which is all fear-based. I dealt with my fear, which alleviated the symptom. Like I cured myself of that. That's incredible. I can also keep maintaining that, which is going to be incredible. Like to be able to live, my body is always telling me what it needs, what we need to do together emotionally so we can work better physically and functionally and logistically. It's like it's just, and I think that's what frustrates me about the staff meeting. It's just such a different way of looking at it. And like, I get it, but I'm just going to be, I think I just have to accept that I'm going to be screaming this from the rooftops for the rest of my life. And it's something that I just have to like keep continually proving over and over again that this is, if you do this, then it's going to work. Because it's like everything is a reflection of me. I am the base. So if there's frustration on the outside, what am I frustrated with on the inside? Definitely still all the shit with money, but it's also being able to know that I'm not telling myself the same story anymore. And even last night I did some journaling prompts because I have these incredible tools from so many practitioners like along my way that have helped my journey like so much. Listening to some Amanda Frances meditations, and I did some journaling prompts from a program called Unkinked from Andrea Crowder. And it's actually like a sales evaluation tool, both energetic and logistical and emotional, which I love. And I think this is why I like working with the people that I work with and the mentors that I do, because they address both, which is the key to true healing. And instead of doing it for like doing the prompts for sales, I did it with money. So it's like, instead of selling a program, like why don't I want to pay these bills? And I uncovered all this like really great stuff. And I got to the point where I'm like, this is like a fair energetic exchange. I should be happy, and I am happy to be able to have a fair energetic exchange for my safety. This is the safety I create myself. This is the energetic exchange that I make for it. I'm like, okay, great. Had another incredible sleep. Woke up to another booked client session. Took my kids to school. I went to the gym. Did I get the class that I booked for, which was Pilates? No, I ended up in Hot Power Flow through a series of completely random events, which is a hard class that I don't usually like taking. But my intention today was to remind myself of my strength and of my power. And I need to adjust to my power, because through those journal prompts last night and like with this lead up, what I realized and what I feel like I've known this whole time, and I'm sure I've talked about, is realizing that really what you're afraid of is your own power. As we sit in a world where very powerful people, specifically men and white men of privilege, are driving this planet and culture into the ground. So it would only make sense that we kind of have an aversion to power, because right now power is like kind of scary. And like by kind of scary, I mean outright terrifying and life-changing. So why would I want to lead into that? But I'm like, if I don't lean into this feeling, if I don't adjust to the inner power that I have, if I don't understand myself and put this stress on myself to be at a higher capacity and be someone that's heart-led with power, then we're never gonna make change. There is nothing but responsibility on me with someone with awareness, with someone with the privilege to do so, with someone with the capabilities and the tools to be able to do so, and the actual drive and desire to actually do it, not just want to do it, but to actually do it. Who am I to not do that? It's actually the worst thing I could do for the planet is to not step into this. It's to not step into leadership. Leave everybody behind and like what, leave it for my kids to do? How fair is that? That's ridiculous. So yeah, it's great because yesterday, what's today, Tuesday? Yesterday I was really upset about stuff. I felt really upset. I had a shower, I quantum leaped. In that shower, I found some solutions to the tasks at hand, and I'm like taking the steps towards doing it. Am I as worried about the taxes and shit as yesterday? No. I've done what I have needed to be able to like get that ball rolling, and I'm gonna handle that just like I handle everything fucking else. And now today, I get to actually embrace and embody that feeling just even that little bit more. That it's like, why do we get into such a habit of making things hard, of there being a struggle, of there always being something to overcome, not in a way to stress us in a difficulty that's for expansion, but in a way that actually keeps us stagnant and in that same space of safety, which is totally where like all my money shit is. So I'm like, if I just stopped worrying about it, trusting that it's all gonna be there, how would I move from there? Great, I'm gonna pick up my kid. I'm probably gonna get a decaf coffee on the way home, and then I'm gonna sit and write, just like I told myself that I was going to do. I'm gonna make a really nice dinner that's already planned. I have tons of energy to do so. The house is clean because it's been so much easier to like close loops and do all those tasks that have been sitting there all that time. Are those tasks ever gonna stop? No. Is anybody ever gonna come and save me from doing any of this shit? No. Am I the one that's gonna have to do it? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think my whole adult life, I remember doing like feedback for like Marie Forleo's BSchool. It's like, ask your friends what they think of you. Everyone's like, you're just so brave. You're so brave. I'm like, you know what? Because I've got to do it first. And there's always a part of me that doesn't want to do it first. I don't want to. Why do I got to be the one that's got to always do it first? But I'm like, do you know what? I'm the one that's going to do it first. If I don't do it, nobody does it. And that doesn't seem fair. So I'm going to do it. Oh, my kid's so happy. Life is good. Life is good. And it's just not negative emotion that's uncomfortable. It's really positive emotion that's uncomfortable too. And that's what we're adjusting to.